Today, I'm sharing 2 fishing apps that I use to put the odds in my favor. There's a lot more, but today I'm giving you just 2. One is completely free, the other is $169. Hustle and fish, let's go.
I always learn to fish, always.
Let's start with the free one that everyone should be aware of, if not already. Tidesforfishing.com. That's TIDES, the number 4, fishing.com. This website is fully loaded. It's my go-to in the planning stage of all my fishing trips, meaning I can look at months in advance and highlight my personal calendar on days that I should be on the water fishing. So if I'm gonna plan a trip way in advance, the least I could do is pick some good days that science recommends according to the data on the Earth's conditions. The site is great for checking things like weather, moon phase, and tide charts. It actually recommends the best days of the month with times that they predict the most fishing activity in the water. I don't consider it to be 100% gospel truth and only fish according to what they say, but I do try to schedule a lot of my fishing days around the days that they do recommend, if possible. Let me throw you guys a bone on some real life application on how I used to fish before and after I had the data from tidesforfishing.com. For example, tide charts. I really never paid too much attention to them. I would just fish my heart out all day. Now, tide charts are a big part of my game plan. I'm always aware of when that tide is going up and down. I always want to be fishing before and after a slack tide, meaning there was trips where I would just be driving all day. Come across a little school fish, maybe keep going in search of a bigger school. I would look at the tide chart, and if the tide said that it was going to be a slack tide at 5 p.m., I would probably just go back to that spot I metered some fish prior and set up the boat to have a bait in the water an hour before slack tide. And a lot of times we've had success. So doing a little research does pay in tuna dividends. Before I go into my second app, I quickly want to shout out last week's winner from episode Tuna Hype. Don't get caught in it. If you missed it, you can click right here and check it out. The tuna taped out at exactly 170 pounds, and Jason Gilmore was the closest at 168 pounds. Congratulations, Jason. I'll be contacting you shortly. Now, if you didn't win, we got a contest today. Guess the weight of this tuna right here. Leave your answer in the comments. I'll find them, and then I'll find you. Now, another one of my go-to apps is Rip Charts. It's $169, and I do recommend it. Everyone knows how important temp breaks are, and if you can find them, there's a good chance of success. Let me start by saying, after purchasing Rip Charts, and after a week of playing with it, I really wanted my money back. Luckily, I hung in there, spent some time on the app, and figured it out. There is a learning curve with this app, but once you do your due diligence and figure it out, it will pay off. Once I got a better understanding on temp breaks, I felt a lot more confident out there. It's a big ocean, and knowing what I know now, I know I wasted a lot of time and money covering water that just wasn't holding fish, or just didn't have the odds in my favor of where fish might be. Some of the best features of this app is you can download and fine-tune the temp breaks, and here's the game changer. You can actually navigate in real time on the temp breaks. If you guys want me to do a deeper dive on these apps, let me know in the comments, and I'll figure out a way to record the screen and go in depth of how I actually use them, and do something like a tutorial for beginners. But at the same time, it's almost fishing season for me, and we're going to be recording everything for all of your viewing pleasures. Hustle and fish, let's go.
I always learn to fish, always.